What's going on there, YouTube? It's your guy Rocky from Rockside RC, hitting you guys with another video today. We have another video on another drag car today. Pardon my mess, but we're gonna be working on this Hyper EX10 from Hobao. I believe I did a video a few weeks ago, or maybe a few months ago actually, and I was actually talking about this car right here. And I bought this thing maybe a few years ago. I've never done an unboxing on this thing. You know what? Today's the day. Let's get this thing out and let's do an unboxing on this thing and see what this thing is all about. What's going on there, YouTube? So we got another hot one for you guys. I want to thank everybody who's been actually following my channel. I greatly appreciate it. I know some people like crawlers, some people like drag cars, some people like bashers. So honestly, I try to give everybody a little taste of everything. You know, this is for the guys who like the speed runs and drag cars and all that. There we go. All right, so I bought this thing maybe about 3 years ago, honestly. When it first came out, I had to have it. You know, I'm like that kid in Toys R Us. I gotta have it. I've always been into the drag cars. My original drag cars or RC drag cars was like most of us. I bought the DR10. I bought the Losi 22S. Of course, I had the Traxxas Drag Slash also. Then the list goes on, of course. I started making other cars, drag cars, etc. I did get into changing some of the cars over from the stock plastic chassis over to a carbon fiber chassis. And this was years ago prior to the Hyper Hobao. When the Hyper Hobao came out, I think it was around the same time that the DR10M had came out. So they both came out around the same or similar time. Both kits, they both gave us a carbon fiber chassis, you know, which was mind-blowing years ago. And for this affordable price. At the time, I believe it was only going for $480. And basically, you're getting everything in the box except for the electronics. But, you know, it actually gave you the wheels, the tires, etc. Honestly, this kit was like a mind-blowing kit. Again, the DR10M, great kit from out the box, but this kit here it gives you like this free-floating body mechanism and stuff like that. So it was ahead of its time at the time. Let me stop talking about it. Let me show you guys what it looks like, all right, and what you get in the box. All right, guys, so this is how it comes basically from out the box. The only thing that I did was I put the Losi 22S front and rear wheels on the vehicle. Just wanted a different look. The wheels and tires that came on or come inside the box, they're not bad. They're actually belted tires, but I wanted a different look for the chassis and for the body that I actually have set up for this. All right, guys, so let me show you the body that I have. I painted up for this RC. All right, so this is the body post mechanism that they have. Very cool, very convenient. They did a really good job on this mechanism. I'm not sure if this RC is still available through the Hobao website. So that body is from Proline, just to let you guys know if you guys are looking for that body. It's a Proline Dodge Charger body. All right, so today what we're gonna be doing is I'm gonna show you guys what else comes in the box. And basically we're gonna put the wheelie bar on today. So in the box, they also provide a wheelie bar for us. All right, so they actually give us tools for the wheelie bar to install it. Oh, nice. They actually give us a pinion gear. So they give us the support form that you have to fill out if you want your warranty, of course. Very important. They also supply a manual And this is the wheelie bar. Wow, nice. So many adjustments right here. Very nice, you know. So you can actually adjust in or outwards if you need to gain whatever height you need, of course. Not bad, guys. Not bad. So just to show you guys, I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up, but these are all carbon fiber rails. These are all aluminum cross members. The wheelie bar actually has bearings. And just to show you guys also, the adjustability on this chassis is ridiculous. You have adjustability on the front bumper to bring it outwards or inwards if you need. Obviously, all the turnbuckles, front and rear, are all adjustable also. More adjustability here on your A-arms. You have all this adjustability here on your shock towers. The shocks are already pre-filled, front and rear, from out the box, so they already have fluid. Even though most of this chassis is carbon fiber, there's definitely a lot of aluminum bits and pieces on the chassis. So honestly, the chassis has a decent amount of weight on it. I mean, it still feels light, but in certain areas, like with the rear, you could actually feel it has a decent amount of weight on the rear and in the front. You figure they put the weight towards the front, obviously to keep the front nose down, which is a good thing. And obviously they put the weight in the rear so you can actually get better traction. So they really went above and beyond with this vehicle and building it. Just to show you guys also, got your sway bar here in the rear. You have all this adjustability here for the shock towers in the rear. But yeah, Hobao did a really good job on this chassis, guys. Beautiful job. And just to show you guys what I meant with that free floating body, basically. So what happens is when the suspension compresses, I don't know if you guys could actually see this, but see how the body posts still stay at the same height. The suspension is compressed, but the body still stays the same height, you know, which is very cool. Try that on your drag slash or your low C22S or your DR10 or whatever it is, you know. Once you press down here, obviously the body's gonna go down with it. So that was a really cool mechanism from Hobao also. So this was something that they probably still have it. You know, check on eBay, guys, check on eBay. I'm pretty sure I've seen at least a few chassis left from Hobao on eBay. So definitely check out eBay and see if you can still find this chassis, because this is definitely a really, really good chassis, guys. This is the aluminum transmission that you can buy aftermarket for this RC also. Again, just adds a little weight over the rear wheels. When I first started, like most of us, you know, we picked up the drag slash and DR10s, low C22S, and most of those vehicles had the engine on the back. Again, great performing RCs, of course. I love them. We love them. We had a great time with them. We still do have a great time with them. But once I learned a little bit more about the drag racing, I learned that the mid-engine chassis should perform better. I can't say that it's going to perform better, but it should. If anything, you have more of your weight on the inside of the chassis rather than on the outside of the chassis. You know, if the motor's on the rear, it's gonna wanna, you know, pick up right away, of course, because you have weight on this back half. Now, if you have weight here, obviously the car, if it's powerful enough, it's still gonna do a wheelie, you know. But if you centralize all your weight in this vicinity, battery, motor, ESC, etc., you have a better chance of keeping the wheels down. You know, again, not saying that you'll never do a wheelie, because of course, once the tires get hot, and again, if the motor is powerful enough, you're gonna do a wheelie. It's gonna stand up. That's part of drag racing. Check out my other videos, guys. Actually, I just did a video on my Drag Bandit. I race it with no wheelie bar. I'm actually doing a little testing and tuning right now, and I'm doing the testing and tuning with no wheelie bar. That car I built as a mid-chassis RC or RC drag car. And most of us know, on a shorter wheelbase vehicle, it's so easy to get the wheels up. You know, that's why we try to make the chassis even longer. You know, on a shorter chassis or a shorter wheelbase chassis, it's so easy to get the wheels up. You know, so if you look at my Traxxas Bandit, I mean, I'm literally coming out the whole, I would say maybe quarter throttle or more, and the car literally just sticks. You know, the front nose doesn't even show that it's coming up or anything. It definitely took some tuning to get that car the way it is. Let's continue with this car. So the bottom half screws are a 2.5. So I'll show you guys the areas where you have to actually mount the actual wheelie bar. All right, so just to show you guys where you're gonna have to mount those screws. You have one here at the bottom to actually mount the wheelie bar itself, that whole bracket. Then you have this adjustment piece here at the top. And I don't know if you guys can see that. There's a screw and nut right here. And that goes right behind that free-floating mount that I was talking about. This is the other side where that screw is gonna go. And I'm not sure if you guys can actually see this, but right here, guys, is where the screw goes through for this adjustment piece. All right, guys, so I figured I'd do an unboxing for you guys of the Hobao. I know I'm a little late, but they say it's better late than never, right? That's what they say. So, all right, guys, so before I put this away, let's put the body on it. Let's see how it looks with the wheelie bar on it, and let's go. Let's see what it looks like. I was wondering if the wheelie bar was gonna hit the body, but it is. It actually is. Thankfully, we have all those adjustments. I may just raise the body up a little bit. This is nice. This is nice, guys. I figured I'd share this with you guys. Hopefully everybody enjoys your day, your family, your friends, and whatever RC car you guys have. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Rockside out.